appreciate the opportunity to be here on LiveCon today. It's pretty exciting, where BeLive has started out and where they are today and how many people and companies and everything that they have helped. And just kudos to your previous guest, Lynn. Actually really enjoyed all of Lynn's comments and tips and everything today. It actually gave me some more ideas for things that we can do. But just let me give you a quick background about Trucks Gone Wild. We are a large event promoter in off-road motorsports. And so we're a little different than some of the other guests that you may have seen in the past here, for those who have been watching the LiveCon feed today. But we promote off-road events all over the country, and we have a fan base that's massive and some of the best fans and friends, across the United States. We do events in probably 26 of the 50 states, and we move around from year to year and do different states and different venues. But we're a large organization. We have some of the best people, and have made so many friendships through this relationship and this organization over the past 15 or 16 years. But let me tell you our little bit of our story. We wanted to do a weekly broadcast. We were trying to figure out a great way because, live streaming has become so popular over the last 2 or 3 years. Everybody's trying to get their message out. They're trying to figure out ways to better inform their fan bases. And Trucks Gone Wild is blessed with an extremely large fan base. I mean, on Facebook alone, we have over 550,000 fans. We've already blown over 100,000 on Instagram. So we've got a good fan base. But what we needed was a tool that we could better provide information. So we tapped into the BeLive platform, and it's been probably, I think we did our very first broadcast in December of 2017. So we've been using the platform now for roughly, 20 months? 21 months, something like that. And it has provided us with the platform that we needed in order to reach out to our fan base, to keep them informed, to let them know about upcoming events, to let them know what happened in previous events. So this is what we strive for, and this is what we've been using the platform for. I am one of the co-hosts of our weekly show. We do it every Wednesday night, and as some of your previous speakers have said, consistency. So our fan base knows every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have a broadcast. And we probably do about 45 to 48 broadcasts a year. We do take a few weeks off throughout the year. And but myself and our co-host, Matt Steele, we interview drivers, we interview park owners, we interview other special guests. Every single week we try to do something new, and then we also use it to do cool things. We interact with our special guests and all of our fans that show up each and every week. It's pretty neat. We average probably about 150 to 200 live streamers at any given time. And we also average about 5,000 views for every single episode that we do. So we're blessed in that particular manner. I know a lot of people are really scrambling, trying to find ways, to get their streams in front of more people. And I'm going to share a few tips that we use in ways for you maybe can pick up on and utilize and help your growth and get your stream out there and get it shared and so on and so forth. But again, we use this platform for live streaming. I've been hearing a lot of people that are trying to set it up as podcasts and things of that nature. I'm not a specialist on podcasts, don't know much about them. I do listen to a few, on some of the other platforms like iHeart and, and things like that. But we specifically use BeLive to be our platform for live streaming. And we do it once a week. Like I said, I think it's important for each one of you, to put together a frequency that matches what you're trying to do. For us, getting the word out each week, it works perfectly because a lot of times in 1 month, we might have an event every weekend or 3 weekends out of a month. I think we do, like I said, 26 events a year. And so we're busy about half the year. So we've always got something to talk about, or we've got a special event coming up. We want to let our fan base know at all times what's going on, what cool is going to happen next week. We feature trucks and drivers, like I said. And we talk about the sport, mud bogging, mud racing, and all of those integral things are part of our stuff. So to a lot of you, it may not be that interesting, but it doesn't matter what your topic is, whether it's mud racing or mud bogging, or whether it's selling something, like our previous speaker, she's selling parties and stuff like that, and other ideas. But it doesn't matter what the topic is. You've got to focus in on your fan base. You've got to provide them with great information. You've got to keep them updated at all times. You've got to let them know what happened and what was so good about a previous event. And you've got to be talking about your product and your events and your services. Anything that you're doing, you got to be talking about it all the time in a positive manner. That's one thing about Trucks Gone Wild. We try to remain positive about everything. We're a very positively motivated company. All of the owners, really the entire fan base is a very positive fan base. We always pick one another up. We're always there to support one another. We're very unique, and we're all very proud of it. It's friendships that have lasted a lifetime. But anyway, so remember, you got to be consistent. You've got to, whether it's a weekly or a bi-weekly or whatever type of service that you're trying to do with your broadcast, be consistent. Always let your fan base know when it's going to be. I love the tips that Lynn shared in the previous message about, always keeping it out there. We do always put our broadcast up about 4 or 5 hours in advance. It lets our fan base know that we're going to be going live again at 9 p.m. Another thing we do is we blast text messages to everybody. We use a text messaging service called Mobaniti. It's a great service to use. It allows you to get people to sign up for them. You can use the service for text. You can use it for contests. You can use it for all types of different messaging. Check it out, mobaniti.com. It's a great service. It's very affordable, but we use it for contests a bunch. Free ticket contest, free giveaways, all types of things. You can set up keywords, let people type in, maybe it's TGW at a certain telephone number, but they can subscribe to that service, and then that allows you to go back and text them at a future date to remind them about your broadcast coming up. It's coming up in an hour. I sent a text message to a lot of my friends here earlier today to say, hey, Wister's going to be online at this cool LiveCon thing for BeLive, and how about coming on support if you can. If they can't, it's all good, but a lot of people do. So anyway, the next thing you want to remember to do is to use those email databases. As we all know, email does not get the kind of reach and opening percentages that text do. That's why we like text so much. But text, you're going to get a 90 to 95% open rate. Email, you might get a 10 to 15% open rate, depending on, your different settings and everything. But, those are great tools to use, easy ways to get people to sign up. And that's going to lead me to my next tip. You got to have some kind of weekly prize, folks. That we have found that's so cool. We do it through trivia questions every week. We do some kind of cool trivia question relating to our fan base. Everybody keys in and comments in, because you've got to build comments into your live broadcast. The more interaction you can get, whether you're interacting, asking questions, what do you like to drink? What do you like to do? What's your favorite vacation spot? What's your favorite make a truck in our particular market? What kind of horsepower are you running? We're doing all these interactive questions. Everybody's keying in and typing in, and that's what helps you get your broadcast into the Facebook algorithms. You've got to be producing great content all the time, and that's what Facebook is looking for, is good content. And that's what BeLive does. It actually lets you create some of the best content through video capture and commenting and interactivity, that it allows you to put together that content for your fan page or your personal page or wherever you're streaming it to, because that's what Facebook is looking for, other than just the generic posts. So when they see your comments coming in, when they see everything that you're putting together, then they're going to like it a lot more, and it's going to tend to get more reach, because the reach numbers, as all of us know, anybody that knows anything about Facebook now, it's all about reach. It's very hard to get reach with generic posts. But BeLive, if you subscribe to BeLive, and if you're a good partner with BeLive, I tell you what, you'll be creating great new effective content that will help you get those numbers. So anyway, weekly prizes through trivia contest, through text in contest. But if you're giving away something cool each and every week, whether it's a cool tumbler or whether it's a prize of something that you sell or offer to your customers, or whether it's a free consulting, depending on what you're doing. But anyway, everybody likes to get something free. I don't care if it's a t-shirt. I don't care if it's a tumbler. I don't care what it is. Everybody likes to get something free. So it's very cool if you can do that and put together a cool weekly prize and let them know each and every week that you're going to be giving that away. I'm a big believer in that. Again, the interactive questions that we do them each and every week. We're always asking them personal type questions, and then we ask them, topic related questions. You've got to put together good interactive questions to build those comment numbers up. Comment numbers are just so important in this industry, in the live streaming process. You've got to drive those comments. We probably average anywhere from 500 to 1,000 comments per episode. And we find that really helps us drive those future numbers, because so many people that come to Trucks Gone Wild Live and follow us on Facebook and Instagram and pages, they can't watch between 9 and 9:30 every weeknight. But what they can do is they can come back later, and they can come back often. So that's what helps us get to that 5,000 views per episode. And we suggest that you keep doing that. You keep the questions interactive. You keep, the content as good as you possibly can. But I tell you what, if you do, you're going to create great content. It's going to get used. But more importantly, you've got to share everything. Share it to the groups. There's so many groups on Facebook that are affiliated with things that you are trying to sell or trying to create or whatever. So you got to make sure you join those groups and make sure you share your broadcasts before they air, preferably into those groups each and every week or whenever you do your show. We do that every different time. Every week we do that. We are always sharing the live feed link to all the different groups. We encourage all of our fan base to share it, especially during the show. Be sure they share it on their timelines. We always ask for that. But again, we're blessed with an extremely awesome fan base. Trucks Gone Wild is an amazing organization. I'm so proud to be a part of it. Again, I want to thank BeLive for inviting me to come on and speak a little bit today. I hope I helped out a little bit. I hope you could tell a little bit about the excitement that we've enjoyed by being a partner with BeLive over the last, more than a year and a half. And it's been a great tool for us to use. So